everyone doing?
Good. Feels like it's been a while.
It may have been a day or two.
Because I mean,
Sorry,
it's been
to apologize.
It's been two. This game keeps getting canceled.
Mm-hmm. It's because all the fun, good stuff is happening. I'm just saying. So, Eric.
Except Eric. Oh, crap. Eric's here.
Jeez.
Right here.
The very second that you stated that, it was the best.
Sometimes I still think I hear him.
It's been a while since I've heard Eric's voice in my head.
Your closet.
So much.
Are free tomorrow night at 8. I won some tickets to Wicked, and I have 2 of them.
That's Wicked.
Yeah,
I'm down. I will throw hands with anyone. I want to see Wicked. I loves
it a lot. A couple lines, and I'm going to see if them say yes, but I've still got them.
Means I like that. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I said yeah, group would say no.
No, we just realized that we now know exactly where you'll be Saturday night. In a large open.
No, it's an amphitheater.
Well, yeah, but right before the amphitheater is a large open field with lots of places with high cover.
God, it just sounds so bad when he says it that way.
Tickets for Wicked are expensive.
They are.
How much
are you saying they're wickedly expensive?
Like 110 for main seats.
Nah, I'm good.
I took Michael Holland to go see Hannah last night. It was Tucson, and it was like $75 for like row K orchestra left.
Yeah, probably going to be the nosebleed seats. I mean, they're the ones that they give away on radio shows, you know. So
yeah,
so that is there, and it'll be great.
Especially the pants.
No, he's going to be in underwear and a long sweater.
Yeah, that's what I said. Pajamas.
You guys wear a lot.
No. Don't be sexist. It's called a dress.
I didn't even hear what Eric just said.
But you knew what I said.
No, I don't.
Looks like everybody's hearing everything on the Roll20.
We're so good.
Within 5
we were waiting on
minutes,
you.
Too. Yeah.
So you'll notice over in the chat I posted what you guys found through your investigations last time, in case you guys needed bullet points.
What?
Where we did the little rave with little code to scan if you happen to have hits or augmented reality goggles so you can see the actual rave in its full cyber glory. You guys are approaching this rave. How are you? Are you popping out New Angeles Police Department look, or are you guys place out first?
I'm gonna look like I'm pub. You go to the club.
Well, and you and I will fit in a little better club because we have cybernetics.
Cybernetics. Hi, Diesel. Come on, buddy.
As in the group's like the.
You were shocked by the books. I was born to it.
Oh no, he's arrived.
So oddly enough, as you guys are approaching what part of you're feeling and hearing the oop, 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 oop. But it's not as loud as you think it would be. It feels more like it reverberates against to the actual sound. And when you get to the little doorway there, a pair of tough looking guys they've got showing, and they kind of like eyeball you guys. You get the doorman feel from these guys. What do you guys do? As we totally have to tell Kelly she needs to unmute herself because we can't hear her.
I'm having an I've been muting myself for, to spare you guys the sneezing and the blowing of the nose.
Obviously, allergic to third sublevel.
Yeah, that's pretty much
The
it.
runoff is cool.
The people going in, are they lights or something?
They're not flashing, but they do seem to be something. If you want to give me a perception check.
Perception. I'm ready. Is the difficulty set?
Set, and you have story points. Aha, and the dice work today. You totally see that the majority of the groups going in ahead of you guys flash a tattoo, and the flash like a flashlight and she waves you right by.
We don't have that tattoo though.
That is a problem.
Hey Joe, do you know anyone that knows anything about those tattoos? Probably popular with crime.
This
Well,
isn't
could just
exactly
be a black light.
this the brand of fusion in communication.
Was that
So we need the younger kids.
Was that a brand of crime?
Totally a tattoo.
So the black light, that means it's special ink for that type of
Like-
not that type.
Probably a stamp then, and might I wonder where they're getting.
Three guys. Okay. And I do have to ask, where did you park your two police you summoned?
One is getting topside at the over,
Okay.
and the other one I think is just going to go to the next nearest people mover. Cover exits.
I like. Okay, so what do you guys like? Two more kids kind of walk past you guys and flat in.
Maybe we should go back up to the top of the elevator, wait for somebody to climb down, and then we on their wrist and ask them where they got the.
I thought you were going to say we can take their wrists.
No.
Just wave the arm. No patched. Walk up and
Maybe
ask these.
that's why the
Puts it on like a
that's why
glove.
the people are disappearing. They want to get their wrists to come into the club.
That'd be a pretty badass part of.
So what do you guys?
I'm down for that, Kelly. Let's head up to the top and then let's like bombard them, That's gonna be terrifying. Who is the group?
Me.
I only
Not
have a
me.
1 for presence.
Anyone in this group went presents.
So we're all of Gusty.
Does anyone have
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it. 2 presents.
Oh, he's a bet. Yep.
Member of the band.
Right. They're the prettiest.
That's fortunate.
But we should probably like 1 or 2 of us should go up there and then try to talk to someone down. That way we don't have them tell someone else about us.
Or
So who's that
just
going to
go
be?
up and ask the guy.
That's what. Where I'm trying to look that more streetwise if we try to talk to them.
Well, it depends on one. I mean, this would probably
Fair.
tell you what you might want from them or what you might want from you. Coercion would just trying to talk your way in. You got charm, bat your pretty blue eyes,
Well,
which aren't
I've
that
got
pretty.
Not streetwise.
Depends. What would you know?
The tattoo.
Call the streetwise.
I did.
Go for it. As Sherlock's just left this tattoo. Therefore I am, as he's kind of like staring awkwardly.
he maybe is checking, remember something from the database.
And Sherlock definitely, definitely knows. Are you regulars? They're cool. They're safe. Been in the club before. Heard on the from the day that you are wild that folks will go to these events and get themselves marked with a semi-permanent mark, so it makes getting in easier in the future. But it's not the only way in.
I have a question. Now,
Yeah,
in
I'll
the
say that according to our training.
Okay.
According to our rookie training, these marks are from, so that way repeat customers are.
okay, I have a question.
Okay.
So in the dark web photos and stuff that we got, the brother who sent us down this rabbit hole, were any of the body parts or the pictures, any of them
Not that you can see, but since you see this guy's waving some kind of on the marks to see them, really not visible to the.
but like any type of police report?
Nope.
Have bodies been okay?
Yeah, nobody has thought to wave a flashlight of this particular frequency.
And remember, police report, we got this from the bikers.
Yeah,
From the Yakuza.
from the Yakuza got the.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay, I bring this up, but are you going to hold it over us?
I'm going to make you take a strain.
Okay.
I was going to have the door guy give you gruff, but I'm like, nah, that's too hard as it is right now. I'm not going to stack it against you.
Then is that we can still get access, even without the tattoo, correct?
Yeah.
You probably have to pay a door fee or be checked for weapons or something like that. I mean, it means that it's your first time.
I have the benefit of not having a weapon. So I unless anyone else objects, I'm going to go up and ask to get in.
Okay, so you walk up to the three guys, and what do you say?
My strength, I think, is in intimidation, right?
Yeah, they seem cool, you know. They're looking.
I guess
Imitate. I meant intimidation.
That's right.
They look at you and they just kind of like, you know, what's up?
I want to, since it's deception, I want to just keep moving on as though I belong.
And really close to these guys, you can totally see that they're like music, and it looks like they each have some kind of earbuds in their ears. And as soon as you get close, the guy kind of waves this little light. It's like one of those little pocket flashlights.
Yeah.
And from what pointed out earlier, obviously he's wanting you to.
I'm going to indicate that I don't have one.
And how do you indicate?
I'm just opening my, just like.
And like looks at the other guys, and they look kind of confused, and one of them kind of taps his ear, and you see the other two do this. All of a sudden, they thumping their heads to an unheard music, and they're just like, "Whoa, buddy! Is it first time?"
It is.
Welcome to the best time you're ever gonna have, my. Don't worry, welcome all of God's creatures. Just thug it as he's just like, "So have you been to one before?"
The club with the murders the last time was.
No, that's Beans.
This is an underground.
Yeah, this guy's just a fucking wook.
Then this is my time. I've heard great.
Oh, I don't know how you now. For the rest of you, are you guys hiding? Are you standing? Oh, what are you doing?
No, I'm like, I'm gonna. So come on, let's do this. Come on.
And he's on. Any of you been here to any one of these deals before?
Good things.
He just got like a QRC kind of thing. First off, my friends, welcome to the best ever gonna have in your life. Everybody, if you have a pad or if you have, and he waves up the little QR size to scan.
Yeah.
Okay. So of
Same
course,
here,
he looks at it. He's like, "All right, we got some new." And you guys scan it, and you get this little automated.
Jay- Does my ThoughtCom work like that?
No, because unfortunately, your thought calming that you're wired into because you don't have cybernetic eyes.
But now, since I have cybernetic eye,
You have cybernetic eyes, but they're not hooked up to the network.
Yeah.
damn, I was hoping I could,
Like,
but I
And
can
Sher-
record.
and Sherlock is hooked to the network, but doesn't have cybernetic eyes.
and Corto is a he does not have Wi-Fi.
He
I
needs
thought
to
you were
get
gonna say he doesn't have eyes.
Corto has so many eyes.
He put eyes on the tips of his fingers. Out and you scan the little code, and you see this cool little animation pop up of this rave kid doing the it's just like welcome to the cyber neon rave, and
I appreciate the production value that there's a tutorial.
as all of a sudden the symbol keeps flashing up, and it looks kind of like the you saw on the arm. And a little welcome to a new wave rave. Be cool. Remember, it's all good times. So that means no killing, no maiming, and no kind that's not consensual.
Rave.
Yes.
but a normal rave.
Yes.
If this probably didn't bring you our goggles, but you're in luck. Small to puffy. And it shows like credits draining down. You get some hard gear to augment your reality. The video shows this like party of a bunch of standing around in a dark warehouse. It's like, you may think this is what, but really it's this. And then all of a sudden there's all this from a boring warehouse to an off the rave experience.
Woo!
As the picture changes.
The color.
For my friends whisper, and it sees a little animated guy peel his skin back to show Skull is cybered out. If you're a network, you just need to scan this. If you're not, that's okay, because we've got hard augment you even, and it shows like little earbuds or little Dragon Ball Z stuff.
I know what that means.
This P level is over 9,000.
It has a little screen. So like if you only have one cyber eye, you put this on and your real eye can see what your cyber eye sees. If you experience just the consent button, the consent button pop. You consent to all the women with weapons. You won't come with any drugs, not this list. And there's a big long list of a lot of illegal drugs. Do you click the consent button?
So so far it having on him.
I know.
But do you click the?
Yeah.
Does anyone not click the button? Is the question.
Exactly.
So I take it everyone is clicking the button.
Yeah.
Okay.
Terms and conditions.
And the guy kind of like, he's giving this right on notch. If you guys hit the when you hit the button, party kids, he kind of like some state of the art here, and kids with the cyber eyes, and he does an elbow bump to the two cyborgs in the group.
Part of the cool club.
And he kind of waves his pad out for, basically give me a.
What is the deposit fee?
Do you ask?
On the pad?
It does not.
Oh.
It just
Let me
has
see how
symbols
much money
instead
I
of
have.
numbers. Do you ask?
Well, have money.
You do have enough money to cover this. I can throw that out there at you.
Okay. Yes.
As he tells you that 100 credits credit fee.
Oh,
Don't worry, it's more than worth
damn.
Fucked up from.
it. Yes, you're still fucked up. It's been like 2 hours since hit by a delivery vehicle
Okay.
with
Just
your loser cyber leg.
dude, I'm over going to a rave. I don't need a doctor.
That was literally you last session.
I was trying to get my leg some, but all right.
As he gives you the whole, okay, now this guy will take you into the closet you need.
All right.
And you guys.
Yep.
Okay. So he's you the hookup with the supplies. First, I gotta take this here wand and check you for any weapons or anything we worry about.
Yep.
Cool beans.
As you go to your car and come back, I'm cool with that. You totally get this gangster paradise sensation.
Didn't we have left our weapons before we went into the first club?
Okay.
The dog makes this really sad sound. As you do. Okay, so you guys, he went you down and you nothing to be found. We won't even hold that. How great that is.
Wait, are we sure we all don't have drugs?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just wanting for weapons.
Okay. Seems.
And he kind of busts out some really sleazy AR goggle setups and gives you into your head. And he said, put these on and you will serve the world fantastic. So who's the first one to put on their goggles and fob in the pad?
I will.
Okay, so immediately you see him do this, and he immediately seems a little overwhelmed with everything he's in right now. Do me a favor, so I'm tripping balls AR. Go ahead and give me a perception.
Let me get to it over.
Immediately, y'all just sipping out, running his hand in the air like he's watching his first 3D movie. So it's totally the first time you see someone KO, sitting there waving his hands.
Damn it. I don't look cool doing this.
He looks kind of okay. So who's the next one to do it?
Wait, can I use that advantage for to gain back some strain?
Sure.
Oh.
Okay.
He's so tripping out. He's relaxing and getting back his exhaustion.
He's just losing himself in the groove.
So go ahead and vigilance. As Sherlock is just like that, I could smell colors. As he's seeing
What's
super dish of sights and sound blasting in your face. Because all of a sudden, what you just feel in your chest is a ootsa, ootsa. All of a sudden, there's like 15 soundtracks going into that with it's on. People that are virtual people around you that aren't physically there, but you know they're virtual people. And all of a sudden, you realize like 5 times the number of people here than there actually is. As they come to the door and kind of sleep. As you're seeing like sharks swimming through the wall, goldfish fluttering by, a koi turning into a dragon, turning into a goldfish. And there's like 5 cool DJs playing a different song at the same time that you almost think that you could actually sell to one specifically doing his thing.
The parties.
As a pair of thing together, scantily clad with only their unsavory bits. Boyd, who looks like a triple built on his shoulders, and he's playing them. Totally digital guy, probably an AI. And who's the next one to get the goggle in and shoved into the?
I'll put my goggles on.
Okay, give me more vigilance. As so far, 2 of you have been shoved into the party and lost track of your. And obviously, you found your people. You seem to just have finally found the digital. As all of a sudden, there's a couple AIs talking, and you just like immediately jump into a conversation with them. and you were at home here, and you kind of lose track of time. As yes, Corto has now lost himself in the crowd. Who's next? This alone
I'll
has
go.
been dangerous. As Hell plugs in, and all of a sudden her cybernetic eye and her real eyes start flashing with the bright lights, and she gets the whole VR dive. Give me your perception or vigilance.
Okay. So my perception is actually a little better. We're going to go with that. You ready?
Dude, we're all
Ah.
getting fucked up, dude.
Oh God, I'm going into TSD.
I like losing shit.
Overwhelmed.
You're not like poor Corto, who's having this deep philosophical conversation. He's the guy at the rave party, reach between the physical and the digital.
I know you mean this as a joke, but I literally had on a date I went on last night.
Hey.
See? And the best part is he's busy talking to a lamp. But of course, a bunch of AIs sitting together, and whoa.
Date.
I was. This is incredible.
The lamp computerized being. Lamp.
Say Hell sees a bunch of big military types, and she's immediately going over there. What is Hell's perfect partner? Air quoted partner.
It's a dragon.
Dragon.
Hell knows that she's mute.
I'm not mute.
To your question, and I go like that was silent.
Well, I thought it was. I don't know what my partner is. It's
Type.
like her type would be a soldier guy.
A soldier guy? Okay, you see some big 6'6" by 5 foot soldier guy, look from Street Fighter. And you think he kind of looks like somebody you used to know in the day, and you kind of like immediately cozy up to talk to him and start dancing, which is really just keeping it in the box. It's the most awkward thing, Hell dance. Okay, so is anyone else putting on the VR here? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge to the last member of the group.
Yep.
Okay, vigilance or perception as you put on the VR?
All the same to me. Sure. Just different.
Just
On purpose. Ready, James?
Yep.
My God, the only one that succeeded.
As you totally
God.
put on the augmented goggles and you plug like, ho hum, I've done these entertainments before. Who are we kidding? He years ago, and he's basically burned himself out on AR porn. You goggles, and you can easily separate between the augmented reality and regular reality, as well as you have.
Hey.
So, what would you like to do with your advantage?
Do with it at this point.
So,
No.
for your advantage, I will. You can totally see at least one of it that lost themselves in the crowd. If there's anyone to keep track of. As you're seeing this hysterical bit of that one person in a crowd full of people, and it's really like one short guy next to him, and he kind of like bumps into that one.
I'm gonna walk by Cordo and bump into him.
As he's having this great conversation.
oh, that's terrible.
Into a lamp.
But it's my friend now. You don't
course.
understand.
And
The
remember,
lamp doesn't have feelings. For you.
couple digital personas.
Actually, that's an interesting thing that you brought up. Are these? I don't know how to. Well, in game, they're talking NPCs, or are they like people digitally when they're somewhere else?
That's a good.
Can I use computers to know, like, with my knowledge of computers, if it's one or the other?
Okay, I'll definitely take. Of course, I'm going to be.
There is a knowledge of the net option.
There is that. I am going to take a free against you since you getting distracted by the internet.
I mean, Lamp, he knows they're not.
Well, it doesn't mean that they're an eel. It just means he's silly. Bot or a person who piped in. As the funny thing is, he's completely bored because reality is the real reality, and all your friends are just tripping balls.
Yes, hold on one second. Okay, my roommate just came back. I need.
Hello.
Hola.
Oh,
The best part is that means there's already food, and that's the best kind of food.
Yes, there's hamburger and.
Best
Hamburger?
roommate ever.
So what you do is you take a hamburger patty and you put it between two donuts.
Yup.
Okay. So was I rolling for this? Did you have a preference or knowledge of the net?
I'm willing to accept either.
Wow.
As you're not, you think they are all fascinating. Maybe
Okay.
just like Facebook bot conversation is part of the allure.
It's going down the rabbit hole. Like, is this real? Is it not? Dang it. Okay.
What would you like for that buttload of advantages?
So my the next thing I want once this round is I want to use the computer to cut down kind of make it more transparent so that it's the more obvious what the goggles are adding, and so I'd like to add some blue.
For 3, I'll give you.
Okay, that sounds good.
So an upgrade in a
And
blue.
Yep.
Head.
Okay.
As you're getting bombarded with light and your new best friend, you're like, okay, go into the parental control this shit down, and immediately start to tune it down, and the light fading and slowing, and the oppressive omnipresent sound and light feel of warmth all chills down a very tolerable level, and that's before you use that triumph. To use those for?
Items. 1 second. To the net now.
Yep.
Because we plugged it to the pads. I'm gonna share this option via direct everyone else in the group.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, like I feel like, hey, this might be while we're in here. And having done this, the advantage to next few some blue dice for their like perception rolls that we're gonna.
Okay. You kind of like, use the, would you like to use this parental set? Everybody just hits yes, convenient. And it slows down the augmented reality over action. It's well tolerable in this level.
Investigate the people that are active here and not be focused on maybe bots.
He totally exchanged passwords with them. He's going to hook up with.
that's funny. I like that.
I mean, remember, this is the cyberpunk world. Even bots might be really intelligent and intelligent.
Come over tonight. Here's my password.
Password.
Safe word is avocado.
Coding and boating.
Okay,
Oh, that's a good one.
So he's kind of, pulled you guys out of the awe impressiveness of this place. So it's slightly just cool VR game. So you guys kind of look around and realize that not all the avatars that you were seeing are real people. Some are piped in, some might be fake. You're not quite sure. But you guys have been pulled out of the experience enough that you're no longer completely oblivious to what's going on around you.
I never was.
Again, he got over the AR porn addiction.
Yep. About the same time my right arm started feeling tired.
So what are you going to do is you're now seeing that this room's got about, most of them seem to be tripped the AR feed. Folks affected and may not be in it at all. Sure. Not unless you roll some skills. Hint, hint, wink, wink. So what do you do now kind of this? As you totally realize that there's this mist that kicks down from the ceiling. Probably has some cool hallucinogenic effects that's not quite like drugs, but helps relax people.
Can we basically want to look to see the people that we do see to the girl that's missing? And
what do you mean by compare?
Well, like,
now are you talking about not the girl that's missing, but the kids that you followed down? Or are you missing girl your lucky days left to live?
Exactly.
Okay, I can pretty much tell you, you scan the room and you do not see her.
Okay.
After all, remember, she is missing.
Kids that we follow.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. Now you don't extra black dice.
I have minus black dice. I have a minus to black anyway.
While she's doing that, are they doing anything?
Give me a perception check up there as you're looking to be. And hell, you do not triumph. And take a point of strain as you're trying to separate augmentality from reality. Yes. So Sherlock, as he takes a point of strain, separating reality from reality, does notice some kids doing drugs. They basically have some little that they're popping back and drinking. Most of you are pretty minor drugs. Doesn't look like a lot of it.
Illegal though.
Most likely in acting afterwards, it's probably legal substance. The 3 advantages.
Is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
A misdemeanor.
Oh, okay.
What do you do with that triumph? Something to give you if you'd like.
Yeah. What do you got for me?
Okay, so for him, triumph. You totally are looking for like the kids that were coming down here hooked up on.
That might be the next target.
You immediately get your house. You're looking for that group of kids. Remind you about the 2 same kind of situation where you guys are kind of like trying to offer drinks to these kids. And you can clearly see they've got some, the 2 kids that they're trying to offer drinks to.
And these are the 2.
Not the guys, but they look very similar in the cheesy suits that those guys were wearing. Okay. From what you were told there, these guys seem very similarly dressed, almost got the same costume.
Okay, and they're young. They have the high-end cybernetics.
With the triumph, yes, you can clearly. They obviously are these. They've got clothes that aren't just like black. They're good clothes, and their chrome looks top end.
Okay. We see those same guys going for other people.
Well, they're
stuff.
When spotting these 2 guys, 2 kids to go with them somewhere, so you don't really see them talking to anyone else.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna point them out, and I think.
So, how do you point them out in the middle of this rave? By the way,
I would have. I can. Do I have the ability to take a picture and send it to the team on their pads?
Are you going to whip out your pad and take that creepy cell phone? I'm cool with that.
Since apparently my eye can't do it.
Okay, so you whip out your pad picture?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
but I'm trying to do it like nonchalant, like I'm dancing. I'm taking a selfie. It's not a selfie.
Okay, and that give me a deception stealth. I'll let you try.
Let's see which one is better.
Hashtag AR for life. Wow.
Whoa.
So you managed to stealth your way into taking a picture of these guys and send it to your team.
With that, it's like, we need to, we got to follow these guys.
And for your 3 threat, you totally did not get caught taking their picture. Guys, when she sends you the picture and says we have to get these guys, all do.
No, I said follow them.
Okay, follow them. What do you do?
I'm not even checking my pad.
He's having too much fun.
Well, no, we're in an area where not be shown to be communicating. That's just very easy to spot.
So what about the rest?
That'll come over my personal communication. Have to look at it, right? It won't be obvious I'm looking at it.
Well, it's going to your pad, basically your cell phone.
Okay, wait. Then what is the use of the ThoughtCom that I got? I thought all of that actually goes through there.
Isn't that the secret one that's for sending what you see to your company?
Well, yeah, but I thought that there was an actual use for it, and that's why it was in, but there was a back door that was in.
Do you know it exists? I thought you didn't know about it.
Yes. No,
I thought you did it without your permission, type of thing.
No.
Well,
I know it's there. I just don't. There's a secret back door.
Okay, yeah. If you wanted to go through your comm, she could send it to the ThoughtCom, but you don't get to see the picture unless you look at your pad.
Oh. Okay, can I see the people she's looking at by looking at her?
Sneaky about it? I think she's physically gesturing at them.
When we signed the consent form, was there any kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
Voyeurism clause? No.
No. Like it's a form of identification. Thank you. Like, did it take biome? We get a picture taken of who we are. Does it have our information?
When you hit the consent form, oddly enough, yes, it did take a picture on your pad.
These guys are went through the same thing, so being to get onto the network here and find their identification.
That could be possible. Hack their servers.
I think I would like to, and I think that as far as what I can do, I think that's a way for me to figure out where they're going or who they are.
No, I will give you a yourselves as a rest real quick. I'll be right back. To come up with a cool group plan. No, they're supposed to be plotting and planning, but they're being real quiet. Like they don't trust that I'm offline yet.
They're trying to.
It's a ruse.
I mean, I need to get an upgrade, though, so I can message you guys.
Yeah, I think we all need that.
I mean, CyberEyes will work with your pad.
You can't. Apparently, I don't have Wi-Fi.
But your has Wi-Fi.
Okay, so sending you guys a picture with the note to follow them, and able to take the picture without them. I was able to do it stealth, but I think that we should wait until we need to follow them to see where they're going, but we don't want to let the kids get hurt. But if we can, which way they went or go, then need closer to find our girl.
We could also dissuade those kids from going with them and our own to go with them.
Except for probably not going to want the trade. Cybernetics are way nicer.
Oh, they're fancier.
Yeah, they're fancier.
Do we know the kids that these guys are preying on? I assume they're is why we.
Yes, like that 20-some, barely 20. Depends on. They could be a little. They could be a little younger. They could be ridiculously being modded out. Never know in this day and age. The way I'm back.
Sure.
So you guys come up with a plan. And by the way, I will know for the 3 threat, Hell's picture is absolutely horrible. The guys she was trying to take the picture of are like 2 blobs in the corner when she really took this like duck selfie and took a. You guys think of the guy she's pointing to, but she means to be taking the picture of her. Really, really bad picture.
Yes, I couldn't see it.
You don't know.
Or at least it gives a vague idea of what they look like.
It totally gives you a vague idea of what they look like. I mean, the fact that they're wearing the those other guys have these horrible velour suits that 2 guys wearing, like they've got a creepy uniform. Creep. So what do you do? Unless somebody's AFK, because I wasn't sure if everybody didn't go AFK when I did.
No, we were all here.
Okay. So what is the plan? And is somebody going to let him know, since he's too cool to be on his phone texting parting? As doing the in Zemo party. You know what I'm talking about. So the plan is silence.
We should probably try to follow.
What I want to do. Follow them.
I'm done for that. I like Helen's plan.
It's Louise but Hell. No.
Adam.
Okay, so you guys kind of, are you
Killer.
guys
Hell,
grouping
I
up
hardly
together? Are you spreading out?
Oh, I want to be
Stealth.
I think there's that have 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stealth, I have 2.
And something tells you definitely have a advantage stealth with the whole virtual overlay of noise and chaos.
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, that's right. Distracted.
And by the way, that's totally going to translate. Guys are just going to like hold back, start following them once they start moving.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I'm still going
Do you want them over so we can, when they go, we can follow them without too close?
You mean the drones? Those are outside.
We've got to go. We figure that they're going to go outside at some point.
Maybe they don't.
That's true.
Remember, you guys already had a drone covering the lift that you guys took, and the next lift. If they go back up to street side, you have the 2 nearest lifts covered. So who's going to be the sneaky one taking point? Free upgrade on their stealth.
I'll do it. I'm ready.
Okay, go for it.
Righty, here we go.
Still amazed that nobody's used a single storage.
Okay,
so immediately.
Apparently, I'm so.
Hell, kind of like, you come walking up, you kind of like stumble into that kind of. They do that creepy dance right up against you to start dancing together. And then I gotta go, and you face palm the poor guy to the floor. And a couple of people kind of weigh, and all of a sudden it's more quiet, so it draws the attention to Hell. As everybody kind of looks, and the 2 creepy kind of like immediately spot you, because you kind of eyeball them and eyeball you, and there's just that horrible moment when you don't want to make eye contact with someone that you actually made eye being, and that's what we do. And immediately, one of the guys kind of like tries to like convince them to come. They basically this young guy, and he's like, "Come on with us. We've got more." We have a tiny little cylinder that looks like a miniature thermos. apprehensive. He's like, I don't know. I want to go with creepy, especially since they want to run. And no, I don't want to go. Pulls back his arms, and these two guys immediately give the chase, so to speak, where they obviously know where there's an exit door. Beelining, there must be an exit clearly marked. By the way, you totally see a sign saying, "So not the head."
So not the. Oh, I'm gonna follow them.
Oh, you are you?
I want to.
Okay, basically gonna chase after them. Leg. That's
Damn it.
a free upgrade for anything using the injured limb, right?
Yeah. That using him is an upgrade.
So athletics as you're gonna chase after these guys. Wow, well done. So Among is giving chase. Hell spook start running. Immediately, Randolfo starts running your awkward gait. Been working on this crippled leg long enough. He's got a gait going on. What are the rest of the guys doing is he's giving chase on these guys. And they go like slam that really was painted to look like a wall.
Follow.
Go ahead. If you're giving chase as well.
Because I'm follow guys.
But you have 6 story points if you'd like to flip one. Just saying.
Not yet.
I mean, we got 2 advantage. As a man, you all gone. You're like, where the hell did they go?
For
Do you
the
have
two
access to-
advantage, can I make a blue on the perception check I'm going to be making to try and kill them?
Give you a blue on your next check if you'd like, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, so who's going next? That would totally be Cam, by the way. Is Cam
Is it
with
all the way to
us?
me?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We've got 2 people
I'm-
running opposite directions, of course. One person was sneaking and accidentally kind of like, blew her cover. We've got 2. I mean, you can totally let the Byroid go first, but
Yeah, I mean,
he was
did
going
I
to do
see
some
the
hacking
way?
stuff.
Yeah. Did I see the direction that Randolfo Alfredo went?
You kind of have a general direction, yeah.
But I didn't see the guy slam through the emergency.
Saw them all go through wherever they went. Mystery, unless you succeed in an athletics roll.
I'm just gonna leisurely way to the door.
So you're not gonna you're gonna let them run off and chase each other.
I'm not gonna give chase.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go through the door, and when I get out the door, I want to look to see which direction.
When you walk through the doorway, Sherlock, they're looking both directions, confused. Like I don't know where they went.
That quick.
They moved that quick.
Even Randolfo,
Randolfo,
the one-legged wonder.
he succeeded on his. Keep up with them. We're talking some junior parkour shit was involved.
Kind of impressive.
Kind of really impressive against 2 really potent.
I'm gonna tell Sherlock to go left because I assume there's like a corridor running.
Yeah, there's a corridor, and there seems to be some utility tunnels that break off. And what is our Byroid going to do? Besides donuts and hamburgers.
Well, I guess I'm not terrible at running, but
Are you going to go for that computer still, or are you going to go athleticsy?
yeah, I think I want to identify them. So I'd like to go for that computer roll.
Okay. Hacking roll is you're attempting to hack the Uber servers, which are smoking right now because of all the activity that they're pumping out. Think it's just an average with a black dice. And it's not like I've got story points to click on. So you
All right.
easily hack into the server. Obviously, you must have been talking to the guys of the server and be like, "Hey, what you do?" So, what
So
specifically are you looking to get out of those 4 successes?
I want to get, well, okay. On the 2 guys, pay attention to the club,
Okay.
and I also want to try to metrics on the missing girl we are tracking.
Ooh, I will say yes. You get the and I've been there before, which seems to be like the last 6 weeks. Been there every time this event has happened. And the girl has been there 3 times before she went missing.
An IP.
Yes, I'll say you've got her pad number.
And for the 2 guys.
You burner pad is what you're.
Okay. Well, okay.
Turn around and see everyone seems to have, like, at the very last moment you see Cam leisurely walking out the door and you're just like, just leave me alone. And
Yeah,
then you see poor Hell standing there. What did I do?
Just hanging out with Lamp.
And of course, you totally see his is Arnold, small guy with bad pimples. Maybe that's why Hell was so shocked. Okay, so next order, you guys are split up. We've split the party. This is beautiful. So, divvying up who's going to go which direction, right? Sherlock and Kim. Or do we want to start with Randolfo Pursuit?
Pursuit.
I mean, I'd catch up with them a little bit.
Okay, so I'm going to his odds to catch up.
Well, Sherlock to go left, and I would go right. So, assuming that they went right, I'm gonna go ahead and run.
Okay, so you start running down the corridor. You see, the occasional person all bent over in the fetal position. Will find you.
Yeah, or that I can somehow catch up with a cripple.
So, Randolfo, they're continuing to run, especially because your squeaky knees in pursuit. As there's this total Road Warrior bad knee brace sound coming out of you as you're running.
I'm gonna like my shirt, and I'm gonna throw it on the ground, like a good big chunk, letting my know that it's mine. Throwing it on the ground,
hoping to give someone a blue dice for tracking you. You can always just shout out like in the cop movies.
Oh yeah, hey, this way, hot pursuit.
Okay, so you rip off a chunk of shirt and you're basically continuing to run after them, right?
Yes.
Because they see you coming and they're just like,
no!
Oh. Wow.
Someone gets hit.
So, you're totally chasing after them. And what do you yell back to your compatriots, by the way?
I said, hey, this way, hot pursuit.
Okay. So these guys are running and they're just looking back and you're like, oh shit, it's the cops. And you clearly hear them say that. As you're in very close from them and they come running up and there's a small cluster of cool cyber kids, a bunch of cyber punks as they might be called. And these 2 guys kind of run up to them and say, hey, that guy's a cop. Through the kids. Now, you can totally, on your next attempt, to pass these kids somehow if you have a cool skill or something. Or you can engage them, but you clearly see these kids are picking up improvised weapons and shit and seeing that there's a cop invading their cool club territory. There's probably going to be a problem for you. So as that's happening, Sherlock, you clearly hear the direction you're going when you start going left. Are you going to run that direction?
Yeah.
You clearly hear up ahead of you the yelling of your compatriot saying he's in hot pursuit.
Okay. Radio back to the rest of them. Which way, where I am, and to follow me this way.
Okay. You waiting or you're going to run off?
Oh no, I'm running.
Okay. Do me a favor. Give me a athletics check. Had ugly upgrades out of the way. Give me an athletics check as you're trying to catch up to him quick or not. This is just so I know how to get there. If you succeed, you get to where he's getting into a fight right off the bat. If you don't, well, you're running slowly down the dank corridors. Who knew his broken leg can be this effective? So you basically back up and say, "Hey guys, go this way," as you're having the camera on the wrong way, but this way. You running, take a point of strain because you're hustling down these dark corridors, and you clearly come around a corner. You cut around the corner and see this lump of Randolfo's shirt that he threw on the ground there as a marker. And you look up and you clearly see these 4 basically street thugs, for less of a better, and they're all kind of like improvised weapons in Randolfo's face. We don't know if he's going to engage them or try to run past them or talk them down. You clearly see this wall of street thugs is enough to slow you guys down. So how are you doing?
Am I still well, I'm gonna head towards where the rest of them were.
Okay, so you go running out the door. You kind of immediately hear Randolfo's yell off to the left. You kind of, I'm assuming, Cam, you're turning around once you hear the warning.
That depends. That depends on my next turn.
Ooh. So Cam was running off to the right. You see running off to Warner.
But I don't see Randolph.
You don't see. He disappeared down a curtains.
I'm going to head towards Cam.
Okay, so you're going to go off to the right to Cam. Okay, so Cam, you clearly hear coming. I'm assuming you're not being quiet or sneaking or anything, right?
No.
What does the who now has some biometric information do up to?
What is
That would Well, I don't know if this is going to work because I didn't really get eyes on these guys. But, I'm as Eric guessing that glasses on when they were and they were at least into the rave with their I want to do having the burner pad IP. I want effectively the opposite of what I did for my teammates to them. I want to give my teammates by making all of the activating every filter and every that these VR goggles are capable of making.
You're gonna flood them with.
Yes, I want to distract them, or if they're fighting, not. But I want to hack pads and turn on sensory mode.
Okay, and
Eric, does that mean you're going to Blance?
This is what it chooses.
So go ahead and
Jesus
give me
Christ.
your
It chose
hacking
so.
as you're turning on all the bells and whistles. So what the dice are telling me is these kidnappers weren't wearing their goggles at the time.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
But you have it. So what do you do?
Maybe it blocks them. It slows them down so they can't. Maybe the secret door that they were slightly ajar.
Their pads and their.
Yes.
Oh, never mind.
Like you could totally turn on their alarm clock or their ringer so that way away because they're giving.
I'm going to make it so that it starts, play music through the speaker,
Ooh.
instead of through the earbuds. People following them make it's easier for them.
So all of a sudden, Randolfo hears the club music in stereo coming from their pads and their back pockets. Because after all, shutting that off, that will be eating up some of their resources. Okay, so it's now time to find out what Randolfo does. There are 4 kids, pipes, and ugly weapons. What are you gonna do? You're gonna choke to death.
No, with this one, I'm probably gonna stop. I'm like, I'm probably gonna be like, not mean to come to your club like that, be an asshole. That was the thing to do. I apologize, kids, and didn't want. So please let me go through so I can catch these bad guys.
Is somebody on mute?
Oh, is it me?
You
No,
were.
I think it's Jim. I think to him.
Okay. Man, dude, I got a cool speech too.
This is what it.
Said that to the group. I need.
Oh, that's just wrong. I totally heard you guys, but apparently I was the cat sound and unplugged my headphones just enough that I could hear, but not the microphone. But I did hear that.
Oh,
'Cause
So,
I heard talking, but
So as I was saying there, because you are a cop, these don't like pigs, so there's a black dice, which I like.
I mean, is he trying to intimidate or to step aside?
yeah, telling the truth to step aside.
Yeah, it does sound.
Dang
So
it,
which
dude.
one would you go for?
Well, it has to be the one that I have. Coercion.
You're doing it as
Get
a
out of
cop,
the way, or I'll
doing the
throw
whole.
you all in jail.
Well, you're throwing you're like, we're you guys. We need to do our jobs.
I am the law.
You're
So go
the
for
thin
it.
blue.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so immediately you say that, and you just like you pop the air of authority that John Wayne did everything.
Dude.
As they break and like open 2 on each side back against the walls. We be cool. We be cool. And they back up. Else can get past them. Wow,
That's
look at
what's
that.
us.
Could have been a fight. Officer, his words. However, it did give them a nice start as you were talking and they were running.
Yeah, I know. At this point,
Are you willing to take 2 strain to catch up?
no. I'm gonna wait for my team because I feel like I would have,
A flash of their faces.
and hopefully, if there's like
which
any
means you have it
markings
recorded.
that. Oh,
Did
Cybernetic
record?
eye like I do.
But does he have the record? Did he purchase the recording option?
Flip that point over. Hold on. Where's the friggin'?
That expensive piece of cybernetics, honey. That's not a Destiny point.
It's just a still.
oh, skill I don't have.
Said in a still photo.
Oh,
It's not like you've taken video.
fair.
Oh, because hell gave me a Destiny point. Finally, in the last minute of the game tonight, I got it. I feel like you guys' story point blocked me. Kinetic eye, one picture of the 2 of their faces. Stops and looks back and realizes that Sherlock.
This was exciting. Yes.
As you know, your cyber eye glints because you have a picture of them freeze framed on your lens right now. You're like, I got you. As their phones are
Sitting
playing horrible rave music as they're running down the hallway.
Oh yeah, can I turn that off?
Well, that's your hacker friends.
Oh.
It's their phones, not your
Phone. Okay,
Yeah.
my phone.
No, it's
Cool.
it's totally helping you because it's
Oh, even better.
yes, that's what your droid friend was doing. What did you think he meant by that?
Well,
I just thought you wanted a really cool soundtrack to have a chase scene too.
Total
Not gonna
70.
We're playing Bad Boys. Like, no.
Bad boys. Gonna do.
What
But
you
it's on
gonna
repeat.
do when
It's been
Sherlock
going on repeat for like 20 minutes. So
one less for Sherlock and Randolfo. What do you guys do? I'm assuming you've got their picture?
Yes. I let them know. I feel like at that point, we should continue chasing their phone's going.
There's definitely...
But then we also have their pictures, so we could probably use the survey around the area to spot where they went.
That's a good thing, too.
Probably.
Okay,
so
do we have the blueprints for this?
how far behind them? How far behind them am I?
You're basically athletics roll behind them. Basically lead on you.
Okay. And if necessary, I'll take you double move.
Okay, so you're giving...
Yes.
I'm assuming you want that for an advantage, for an upgrade?
Yes.
Okay. Randolfo has made an opening. Sherlock is just bolting. Give me an athletics check there.
Do you want the blue for a double move?
No. People moving themselves. Really hoping that it would slow him down. As they were one tick ahead of you guys, and you're bobbing and doing cool things like almost like these are known kidnapping predators that know these corridors. And now they are 2 lengths ahead of you. Red numbers. Okay, so Sherlock went to the music and it does this weird reverb echo, and you're trying to keep up with these 2 guys are running like track freaking runners. Or professional kidnappers, as the case may be. One of them, for the threat, throws something your general direction as they start to get ahead of you and just lose you, flashes on you.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Obviously, they unscrewed the cap to this little container. It's basically like a small, it is the aluminum beer cans, that are shaped like bottles. Half that size, but they were on you. And you just hear them laughing as they're running and saying, "Come and get me, pig!"
What voice?
Wait a second, just on my trench coat.
It hits your...
Okay.
As I have a cat wrestling with my headphone case. The weirdo's trying to eat it.
No.
Are you going to continue pursuit?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do the rest of you guys do? Is Sherlock on his own?
Well, Cam?
Well, Cam, yeah, you turning called back?
Yeah, I mean, I'm more wondering, design of these corridors, is there to get back that direction without backtracking where I went?
A roll.
What kind of roll you want?
What kind of knowledge roll you? I'll even accept.
I would do streetwise.
Okay. Oh, now. Okay, I got it in there. With yes, you think you know a shortcut that in the general direction. Whoever has a head start is still going to have a head start.
Well, better than nothing.
Okay.
I'm going to take off.
For Hell to follow, or for her to wait for you to turn around and not
follow
come back?
me.
Are you following?
Yep.
Oh, right. We've officially split the party. Just a quick question. What's Quarto up to? As he's back to the part of Zemo.
Like, have any idea where anyone is?
They're running off into the darkness.
No, I was gonna say, since I'm, would I be able to? Nah, character. So never mind. I'm waiting.
Waiting for what?
For
You're waiting for Hell running off the opposite direction.
Oh, they ran off.
In the opposite direction.
Oh, no.
You can head and talk to them. Totally a thing. I mean, do you want to have a ending there since you haven't left them?
Yeah, might as well. Might as well see if they know something. That's right.
They're not unfriendly to you.
You guys know the people that were taking you? Like,
Well,
want to go with them?
kids weren't being kidnapped. They're just standing about in the pigs.
Oh,
These are just some local
do you guys-
toughs.
I'd
Go ahead and give me a covert check, as you're going to try to nicely interrogate these guys. I'm totally going to give monks. If you fail, they totally go warrior style. We don't know Jack.
damn it.
As
We
they're
ain't
just
got
like,
shit.
this little kid, maybe 8, he's like to pig.
Is it just me, or are we rolling amazingly today?
Making up
It's
for
been-
last time.
And as this little kid's like, step off, officer. We didn't cave in your skull. Maybe you should go join your friend.
Pretty ballsy.
Oh,
As you successfully,
as I walk away.
which direction are you walking? Pursuit or retreat?
Pursuit.
Okay, so you're not leaving your boy behind since Sherlock went running off in the direction you told him.
Yeah.
Okay, so
No.
we've got Dolpho chasing behind. Sherlock has fallen behind chasing. You can hear the echoes. And he has stuff splashed on him that he hasn't taken time to really look at. And off around Cam and Hell running off because camera cutting. I can watch you as their keen flash. And then we've got our Bioroid just kind of what to do with the
Any location information at all about where they are?
unless on their pad and tells you where they are, not really.
And how about the
You don't really, because their phones are burner pads. The track option. If you roll, you totally would have away. Just gonna tease you. So what is it that you do, Court? Before I say it's a good time to
James.
wrap up.
Yeah, I'll be
Can't
right
I
back,
use
guys.
my internal comms to tell them where I am?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super McVeganson directions. Favor is or a knowledge. See how I give you.
Computers. Since I'm using like the computers to try and give my information with GPS.
I'll fly. Let's see what the dice say.
Tell me when.
Go for it. Okay, so you're unable to give
Hey.
your exact location because you ran past Randolfo, but you have an advantage in triumph. Specifically, what you were trying to face, something good can come of this. What
I have an indoor map.
for your triumph? Will give you, which totally makes all a mini map of this floor. But internal sewer map sounds so much cooler. Okay, so you have a little map that pops up, and just as
Internal
it does,
sewer
and
map
you
just makes
realize these jerks are about 2 turns ahead of you. Go ahead and your third turn there. I will say that's a good place up there. Is Joseph typing? What he's doing before I actually.
The lifts that are the surface. I think it might be safe. Can I deactivate them in case they are running to the lift?
Try. Give me a hacking really quick.
Let us hack some things.
He
And
was able.
those, we can always move the ones. They're quite.
Did Disney hacked?
Well, it depends. Is this the one that you guys went down, or is this the other one that you're?
I have no idea which direction they're going. So I guess I would start this to us.
Which is the one we.
Okay.
So then since he'd already technically broke, can he get advantage?
That way, you have access to that bit.
Okay. So I just shut down the other one.
Yep, you can do exactly that.
I'm ready when you are.
Now I'm ready. I feel vindicated. I can make you roll. And your roll mocks my red dice. What would you like?
Strain.
I'm already full on.
Some people use strength.
I honestly have no idea that would be lift related.
Maybe it,
music.
or it records them with pristine or
Yeah.
Remember, the lifts do have cameras on them, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I was thinking about.
but like it's like super good quality and it records them talking about something specific to like that would help us.
Well,
like we have to get to so and so.
Well, remember, they haven't gotten to that lift yet. They're still running.
Well, but
what I'll do is I will set the lifts to go down to our level, and then lock them down there. So hopefully the people will get in the lifts, waste more time, and we'll get a good picture of them on the camera before they realize that the lift is going to move.
Perfect. So if they make it to the lift, you will have them dead to rights with good photos.
Yes.
Okay, and that is a good place to wrap it up there.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job, guys. But I'm not going to give you experience because I want to give you a big number next time. See how I string you along like that? Whoa, ha, 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 ha.
After my running skills, I better earn some good XP.
All I got to say is you better put some points in athletics after that.
Yeah, I know.
Before you put points into athletics, you should get that leg looked at.
Yes, we got to clear that crit.
That's just crazy talk.
I know. Who needs strain and who needs crit? That's just baby talk right there.
Just rub some dirt in it; it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
I dropped my dime. No.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Later.
Bye,
All right, have a good night, guys.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.